Good morning, guys. It's day 15 of 100 days posting on YouTube, and I'm really excited about that. I'm not burned out with posting yet, and I don't anticipate that's something that will happen, but I'm sure it will. It's just part of the nature of it, I'm guessing. So I'm a little sore this morning. You know, guys, I went to the gym last night to get my workout in, and I did upper body. We focused on our upper body, so I did some, you know, rows, and we did some back rows, we did some lat pull downs, some tricep push downs, and shoulder press and the chest press. I didn't do my biceps because I ran out of time. I try and be home or leave by 9 p.m. so that I can be home, get showered, and get ready for bed and be in bed by 10 o'clock. That's always my goal when I go work out in the evenings, because a good night's rest is important when you're training, because if you don't get a good night's sleep, how are your muscles going to recover? I had a really good protein day yesterday. It's important to eat all your protein. I estimated, I don't really track my protein like with like a micromanage. I used to use my MyFitnessPal, but I didn't renew that, and now I just take pictures of my food and I upload it into ChatGPT, and I said, this is what I'm having for breakfast, this is what I'm having for lunch. Sometimes I do have to correct it and update it with the correct servings, or be with the specifics, like if it's cottage cheese, it's 2% fat, you know, cottage cheese instead of whole fat cottage cheese. So there's some little things that I do have to adjust, and but I use ChatGPT to help track my meals and, you know, my workouts as well. And it's just my personal preference. I would love to have a personal trainer. I would love to be able to keep track of my foods more. Maybe that would actually help me reach my body recomposition goals faster. And I had this conversation with ChatGPT yesterday. I was eating my tacos for lunch because it was Taco Tuesday. So the tacos at Crave, which is a place by my shop, they have $1 tacos, mini street tacos. They're little mini tacos, right? Mini street tacos for $1 on Tuesdays. But you have to dine in. So I was like, okay, I went and I had some tacos for lunch. And I had 6. And my favorite are, of course, the chicharron, the fajita, and the tripas, extra crispy. If you have a Crave near you and they have those $1 for Tuesday tacos, I definitely recommend them. They're delicious. So I had 6 mini street tacos for lunch. I took a picture and I uploaded it. I said, and it said that, you know, obviously it breaks down the servings. It gets an estimate. That's why it's not exact, right? Because it's just an estimated based off what it can see in the plate on the portion size. So I gave me, you know, its suggestions, and I have my ChatGPT program to be brutally honest and not to sugarcoat anything for me. I have told it that I need it to be, you know, give me its constructive criticism when it comes to the things that I ask of. So I gave me its breakdown. I said, okay, next time maybe you should get stopped, not that I won't, that I have not stopped eating those type of meats in my tacos is probably one of the reasons why I haven't reached my body weight goals. So I said, okay, I'm going to try and minimize. I'm not going to take it away completely, the foods that I love. However, I am going to minimize the amount that I do consume when I do consume it, right? So that was interesting yesterday. But yeah, so today, don't know what we'll have for lunch. I do need to get plenty of protein so that I can focus on my recoveries for my muscle that I worked yesterday. I did get a full night's sleep. I think I went to bed like I want to say I probably fell asleep at 10:15. And I woke up. My alarm goes off at 5:55 every day. But I have it set that way because when that alarm goes off, I'm awake. I can't really technically fall back into a deep sleep. So I'm kind of like in a relaxed state, right? I'm just, it's my time for me that I use to slow down before the day gets started. So I'll put on, some meditation. I do a 20 minutes of a heart spring coherent breathing to kind of build my breath up. And these are long, strong, deep breaths. And it helps. It's scientifically proven. I don't know. They say that it helps with your stress levels, cortisol levels. It's just those deep breaths, because we breathe all day, every day, and we breathe unconsciously. It's just something that we do, but they're very shallow breaths, right? So this little technique or this little meditation that I do does help me focus on getting those deep breaths and relaxing, taking the breath into the brain and in the heart, and just starting my day in a relaxed state instead of waking up, getting on my phone, checking my messages and checking social media. Sometimes I still do it, and I have a really, I'm not going to say it because I'm not perfect. Sometimes I still check my notifications and I'll look really quick, and then I'm like, okay, you need to get off. But it's too early for this. It is too early. Typically, I don't respond to notifications until after, I'm awake, and dressed. Right now, for example. If I get in the car, after I get in the car, I've gotten dressed, and I'm ready to go, I'll check my notifications. It's just something that I have just started to do for myself I missed the exit to the store. I guess we're not there yet. It's just something that I have started to do for myself. But yeah, this is just day 15 check-in, a little update for becoming the woman that you admire. If you are still here and you're watching these videos, I know that I talk and I ramble sometimes about things that you're like, what is she even talking about? I don't know. I don't even know if it makes any sense, right? All I know is that what I'm doing, the purpose of this 100 days posting on YouTube is to help me strengthen my skills in posting in YouTube, right? To build my confidence, to build my communication and my skills in articulating the things that I want to say when I'm trying to speak doing this for women like me, or who are in a situation and they can relate to someone like me. You know, like I said, and I say this, is that if I can teach even one step that I'm doing that you may not be doing yet to get you in the direction moving where you need to go in life, then hey, I feel like I'm serving my purpose. And that's all that I want to do, is be able to help women like me. You know, you may not be single, you may not have kids, you may be having your own struggles. You know, you may have a loving relationship and never had heartbreak before, you know, but maybe you struggle with other things that you can relate with me on. So anyway, thanks for joining in again. I really appreciate you guys, love you, and I will see you again soon.